Okay. So, last time we read a letter from Sophie. It is Sophie's junior year in high school. How old was she when the book started? What grade was she in? Sixth. Sophie was in sixth grade when the book started. Now she is a junior in high school, so that would be 11th grade equivalently. So it's about at least 5 years. All right, so everybody's confused as to where Rover is going, right? What's the purpose of Sophie's letters in the story in terms of what this? Right. So the only way we know what's happening on Earth is that we're reading Sophie's letter because everything else is from Rez's point of view. Rez is not getting these letters. They're not being sent to him. This is Sophie's diary. So the only thing that the purpose that they're serving is showing us, the readers, what's happening on Earth and how the people on Earth feel about what Rez is doing, right? She has some, but she's also preoccupied with the fact that her mom is sick. So, the Mesa. By the time we reach the rock formation, we have traveled a very long distance. So much human time has passed. I have collected several samples. I have drilled many, many holes. I have watched the sun sink into the deep red horizon. I have watched the sun rise on the mornings when the sky is a pale water yellow. I have kicked up dust, left countless tracks across wide swathes of open waves of sand that glow in the daylight from the sun and turn dark black at night. I have grinded over jagged rocks and navigated narrow and twisty paths. I have roved. I am sure my outside is looking more and more like Courage's, coated with dust and dirt. The journey has put wear on my system. My one wheel does not respond as quickly as it used to. After scanning my system for instructions on how to self-repair, I am able to somewhat correct the problem, though not solve it entirely. I saw that, Fly says, watching my repair. It's routine. This is true. Rovers often need to make repairs, Guardian chimes in. Because we are not meant to last forever, I say. Are you angry with me, Resilience? The question takes me by surprise. Are you familiar with anger, Guardian? Not exactly, but I have learned about this emotion from you, and from my observations, I am drawing the conclusion that you are experiencing anger. Wait, are you angry at me? Fly asks. No, Fly, I'm not angry at you. Noted, Guardian says. I'm not angry at all, I say. It is the first time I have ever said something aloud that I am not sure is wholly true, but it is not false either. It is, though, perhaps incomplete. I just want to focus on making my way through this rock formation in order to fully explore it. It is going to be a difficult mission, I say. That it is, Guardian says. The sky is a dense and impenetrable black, and the stars are out tonight in a full brightness. I hope that once I reach the mesa and climb up, I will have an even better view. If I do have a better view from there, the very first thing that I will do is send a photo back to the command center, to Xander and Rania. I begin my trek through the maze-like rock formation. My wheels grind and groan, but I am prepared for this. I maneuver agilely, doing my very best to avoid any patches that appear to be particularly difficult. Steadily, I move, winding around boulders, slowly getting closer to the mesa. Whenever I rev my wheels, I can sense Fly jittering in my interior chamber. Fly, I say, please stay calm. We're getting closer. It's so hard to do, though, Rez. I think you've gone far enough. You do not want to get stuck. But Fly is wrong. I have not gone far enough, and so I keep traveling farther and farther. Days pass, months and months pass. The sky fades from a black to a pale greenish yellow to a dark red and then back to black. It does this over and over again. Occasionally, I stop and drill. Occasionally, I collect a sample, but I do not stop moving forward. I never stop moving forward because I have not yet found what I am looking for. What are you looking for? Fly says. Do we have enough samples? But we need something big, something that will guarantee that the hazmats will plan a mission to retrieve us and bring us back to Earth, I say. Resilience, Guardian says. I do not think you even know what you are looking for. But I do. I'm looking for something that will give Rania that look in her eyes that I saw when I first passed the shake and bake test. That look that was soft and full of wonder. I am looking for something that will make Xander clap his hands in a thunderous way. I am looking for something that will prove that I am a worthy rover. I think of Journey and how Journey once told me that the hazmat sent us to Mars because we are rational, unlike them, because we do not have attachments, unlike them. But I have attachments. I am attached to Rania. I am attached to Xander. I am even attached to Journey. And that is why I am pushing forward. I hear the strange sound coming from somewhere unknown, somewhere far away, the whistle that might be the wind. That is probably the wind, but I cannot identify it in all certain terms as wind. I keep moving toward that unknown, mysterious sound, toward a discovery. Dear Rez, guess what? Reed Northman asked me to prom. It was tonight. When we were spinning around the dance floor, I looked out the window and caught a glimpse of the stars, which made me think of you. I wonder what you're looking for, why you're headed in the direction you're moving. Mom says no one knows. Maybe you don't even know. Maybe that's the point. Maybe none of us know what we're really looking for until we find it. Sorry, I'm sleepy. It's 3 a.m. I always get weirdly philosophical when I'm sleeping, but tonight was amazing. I want to remember it forever, and I wanted to tell you about it. Your friend, Sophie. Up. After months and months of traveling, navigating in the various boulders of this rock formation, I reached the large mesa. We're here, Fly says. You did it, Rez. Not yet, I say. I need to climb up there. I tilt my forward-facing camera up to study the tunnel-like opening that exists in the middle of the mesa. It is a giant aperture. The dark interior calls to me, practically asking me to explore. You want to go in the tunnel? Fly says. I do not advise that, Guardian says. The top might be better. The top is flat, Fly says. Of course the top is flat. That is why it is called a mesa, Guardian says. No, I say. I am not interested in the top. I am interested in the tunnel. I keep hearing the sound, the strange sound. I study the tunnel-like opening again. It is unclear if that sound is originating from inside it. Do you hear that? I ask. I take photographs of the mesa. I take photographs of the tunnel-like opening. I send them to the command desk. I wait for the message that I know will not come. I want a message that says, if you explore this, you will have proved you are worth it. But I will not get that message. It is up to me to decide, and I am deciding to explore. Resilience, please listen to me, Guardian says. The sound you are hearing is the wind. That is the noise it makes when it hits against the rock formations. It is particularly loud around this mesa. I am not fully convinced of that, I say. It demands further exploration. Rez, Fly says. We also do not know what the ground looks like inside the tunnel. It is possible there are rocks of great interest, I say. But at what cost, Guardian says. Resilience. It is my job to advise you against activities that could result in potential disaster. Thank you, Guardian. But you were the one who told me that rovers were not built to last forever. So if you'll excuse me, I must make the time that I do have worth it. Fly continues to object. He begs me to stop moving forward. Guardian and Fly argue back and forth, but I focus on climbing. There is no easy way to go up the mesa. All of its sides are steep, but I do not need to scale the entire side. I only need to climb high enough to gain access to the entryway of the tunnel. I decide to approach it from the right. I adjust my wheels and prepare for the sharp tilts. At first, the climb is steady. I will not use the word easy, but it is manageable. My wheels grip the rocky ground beneath them. I am at an incline, slowly inching closer and closer to the jagged, cavernous opening. It is right there, only a few feet above me, and I just know that there is something worthwhile in that tunnel. I remember my first day in the laboratory, when I was not attached to my cameras and I could not visually process things, but I relied on my sense, on perceiving, and I can sense there is something in that tunnel. I can feel it. I hope there is a fossil, Fly says, and then adds, be careful, Rez. I hope so too, Guardian says. I do not ask Guardian to clarify her use of hope because I can tell she feels it, that hope guides me forward. My wheels continue to clutch the ground. My system is straining. The climb is becoming harder the farther up I move. My whole body is tilting, getting more and more inverted. I feel like I'm almost upside down. Warning messages come in from the command center. I ignore them. Stop. Chance of danger ahead, the messages say, but I override the warnings. I must continue forward. It is the right thing for the mission. Rez, Fly says, this does not feel so good. Guardian, can you tell if my orientation looks perilous? Yes, it does. But that should not be new information to you. This task is a perilous one. Guardian responds quickly. I process what she has told me, even though it is what I already know. I could turn around, but then I would not complete this exploration. So I proceed. The sky is a deep and impenetrable black. It is smattered with stars. The visibility is low tonight because there is a high amount of dust in the atmosphere. The stars look hazy and unclear. Remember how a 6th grader in Ohio gave me my name? I ask Fly. You told me that, but I still don't know what a 6th grader is, says Fly. Or Ohio. It means something, though, I say. It means something to have a name, to matter enough for someone to give you one. My wheels make a grinding sound. I come to a sudden stop. But I am so close to the tunnel-like opening. I must keep going. I do not know how I'll get inside once I reach it, but I know that I am close. Almost there. It does, Fly says. It means something to have a name. You gave me my name. I did, I say. I push my wheels. They spin, but I do not move. Another grinding sound, this time louder. What was that sound? Fly asks. He flitters inside me, and then without asking, darts outside. Fly, I say. Rez, Fly says, I'm trying to help. We're a team, remember? Are you stuck? Guardian asks. My wheels spin once more. I still do not move. This answers the question for me. You are so close, Rez, Fly says. He hovers right above the spot I am reaching for. I think if you can just move an inch or two forward, you will be able to pull yourself up into the tunnel. I watch the footage from Fly's camera. The opening will be tight. It is unclear whether I will fit. I strain my arm toward Fly. If I can push myself just a little bit farther, I might be able to reach inside the entryway. And if I can reach, I can drill. And if I can drill, I can collect a sample. Rez, you're stuck, Fly says. Rez. He flutters in the night sky, the outline of his body hardly visible against the night sky. It's okay, Fly. I might still be able to reach. That is most likely not a good idea, Guardian says. Because if you... But before Guardian can finish what she is saying, I stretch my drill arm as far as I can reach it. I place it into the ground that is right at the lip of the tunnel-like entryway. I drill. There is a loud rumble, so different from the sound of my own wheels spinning, then another rumble, a crackling. I quickly move my arm back to me. I grab the rocky soil I have collected and store it in my chemical laboratory. I do not know if I have unearthed what will be meaningful. I do not know if it is enough. Rez, Fly says. The ground splits, shifting underneath me. There is another rumbling, louder this time, a larger cracking. I fall.